Welcome students. In first unit, next we going to see about data models. Data model is giving a structure to the database. It is a collection of conceptual tools for describing data and their relationship, semantics and data constraints. And there are various types of data model are available. First is relational data model. Relational model consists of collection of table which stores data and also represents the relationship among data. Here table is also known as a relation. The row is indicated as a record and column is denoted as field or attribute. Next is an entity relationship model. So here entity describes an object. It compared to the real world object. And the relationship is what kind of relationship exists between one or more entities. So that is called entity relationship model. So here the rectangle describes an entity and the diamond symbol describes an relationship and oval describes an attribute. And next we are going to see about object based data model. So here the data are represented in terms of an object and the methods are represented as a relation. So that is object oriented features with relational data model. Next is semi-structured data model. Semi-structured data model means the individual data item of same type may have different set of attributes. It can be represented by a extensible markup language and the data is not constrained. It is in fixed manner here. So next we are going to see about database system architecture. In that the first we have a users. The users are Navy users, application programmers, sophisticated users and database administrator. So the architecture is divided in three forms. One is query processor, storage manager and disk storage. In query processor we have a DDL interpreter, DML queries, DML compiler and organizer, query evaluation engine, compiler and linker, application program, object code. The query processor helps the database system to simplify and facilitate access to data. And the DDL interpreter is mainly used for data dictionaries, that is metadata, data about data. And DML compiler, it used to evaluate the query language. Query evaluation engine, it execute the low level instructions generated by DML compiler. And the next section is a storage manager. The storage manager is a component of database that provides interface between the low level data stored in database and application programs and queries submitted to the system. The storage manager has four responsibilities. First one is a buffer manager, file manager, authorization and integrity manager and transaction manager. So with the help of based on these responsibilities, the data are stored in the disk storage. The disk storage consists of data dictionary, statistical data, indices and data. So the indices represents the index and data is what kind of data stored in the memory. Data dictionary is referred as metadata, that is data about data. Statistical data give a compilation to DML query DML compiler and organization. The query processor evaluates the data and execute the query. So that's all about the database system architecture.